Now we'll understand what Veda means, what Vedic knowledge means. Ved is made up of Veda Dhatu. Like in chemistry, we know that CuSO4 means copper is mixed with sulfuric acid, and Cu plus H2SO4 becomes CuSO4. Similarly, in Sanskrit, every word is made up of a basic element that is called dhatu. The Ved is made up of Veda Dhatu, and Veda means knowledge. The Vedic science and knowledge of Veda, that is called Vedic Vangamay. And Vedic Vangamay is a set of knowledge. And this is something very important, that to know Veda, complete Vedic Vangamay. Actually, Vedic literature is not the right word for that, because Veda is not literature. Veda is a set of knowledge, complete knowledge. Complete knowledge means it is knowledge of natural laws. And knowledge of natural laws means it doesn't start with Big Bang. It starts with absolute nothingness. And that nothingness, which has the potential of everythingness, that Nirgun Nirakar, that Param Shiva Tattva, that Brahma Tattva, that absolute. In modern medical science, in modern quantum mechanical field, we can call it unified field. But it can't be named. You can't name it. So the ultimate reality, the ultimate source, ultimate goal, and ultimate truth, that is the purity, that ultimate purity, that nothingness, that is the source of everything. Because if every color, every dimension, every smell, every size comes from that source, that means that source is beyond of all these things. So when some relativity comes from that, it means it is beyond relativity. That is absolute. So to understand Vedic science, Vedic knowledge, we'll have to understand the totality. And that totality is complete circle. That circle wherefrom everything emerges and whereto everything will merge. So now we will start to know about 4 principal Vedas. Those are called Rigved, Samved, Yajurved, and Atharved. These are principal yoga Vedas. Now, if we'll try to understand it chronologically and in many other ways, so there were many hundreds of branches of Veda and all that. So now we will not go on that. We'll go on the pure knowledge. Pure knowledge, what Veda is made for. What all other academic discussions and chronological discussions and historical discussions, that will keep on going. That is something, a different field. But today, maybe we have one set of Veda or hundreds of or 1100 branches of work. That is something different. But what we are going to discuss today, we are going to discuss today the essence of knowledge, the basic knowledge, the total knowledge Veda deals with. So the Veda deals with the totality, the complete circle of knowledge, where everything emerges from nothingness, that is absolute, and possibility of everythingness, and how it emerges how it multiplies itself, Ekoham Bahusyami, and again how it merges into that totality. So this whole circle is called Lay and Pralay and Sarjan and Vinash, Sarjan, Palan and Vinash. So all the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, the originator, the Vishnu who takes care of all the relative values to sustain everything, and then it is not destroyer, that energy, that power which keeps everything merged into that totality to renew it, which merges everything to that totality, that is Mahesh Tattva. So now we'll start with Rig Veda. Rig Veda, Samved, Yajurved and Atharved. Rig, Sam, Yajur, Atharv. So these are 4 principal Vedas. Now these are the basic set of natural laws, how everything emerges from that. So the first Rig Veda means Rit. Rit means that ultimate truth. So the first richa of Rig Veda is Agni Mile Purohitam Yagyas Deva Mrityam Hotaram Ratan Dhatam. So if we go to understand what Vedas are dealing with, the Vedas are dealing with the energies, how energies emerges and how it manifests itself in many forms. So in Rig, Sam, Yajur, Athar, these 4 principal Vedas, those basic principles are mentioned. And then we have 4 Upvedas. Upvedas means applied knowledge of all different branches. So the first Upveda is Ayurveda. And Ayurveda, as we know, that this is the knowledge of Ayu, age, health. So Ayurveda, it says how to keep healthy. And just see that to keep you healthy, what are the basic definition? What are the elements of basic definition? So Ayurveda says, what is the goal of Ayurveda? Swasthasya swasthya rakshanam aturasya vikar prashamanam cha. It means the basic duty of Ayurveda is to maintain oneself healthy. And if somebody falls sick, then to cure that sickness also. So the basic thing is not to permit, not to let anybody fall sick. And now we'll see what is the definition of healthy person. The definition of healthy person is Samadosha Samagnishya Samadhatu Malakriha Prasan Atma Indrimana Swastatavadhiyate. So it means, it says Samadosha. Samadosha means body is made up of 3 doshas: Vata, air, Pitta, Agni, and Kapha, water content. So Samadosha, all these 3 elements should be in order, in harmony. Some Agni, all type of fire, we have bile, we have so many types of Agnis. So some Agni, all type of Agni must be in harmony. Samadhatuhu, we have 7 types of tissues in body. Rasa means fluid, Rakta means blood, Mas means flesh, Med means fat, Asthi means bone, Majja means bone marrow, then Shukra, semen. So we have these basic 7 tissues. So these basic 7 things, they should be in harmony. So samadosha, samagnisha, samadhatu malakriya. All digestive system should be perfect. But these words, they deal with material value. Whatever can be tested in pathological lab, that is described in first line. But if all these things are in order and harmony, only these things, they don't make you happy or healthy. What other line says? Other line says, first line says, samadosha, samagnisha, samadhatu malakriya, prasan atma indrimana swastita vidiyate. So it says, second line says, prasan atma indriya mana swastita vidiyate. It means, if all those material values are in harmony, in perfect order, only that doesn't make you healthy, unless prasan atma indriya mana swastita vidiyate. It means your atma, prasan means happy, atma means soul, indriya and mana, all these senses and mind should be happy. Then only you will become happy or healthy. What does it mean? Now, this atma, indriya and mana, it can't be tested in the lab because it is not material value. It is the level which can be tested only by consciousness. This is the purity of consciousness which makes all these things happy and healthy. So, this is something very important here, that for a healthy person, the definition of healthy person is not dealing with material value only. It is dealing with Atma, the soul, the senses, the mind. And all these things are abstract. No? Mind is abstract, soul is abstract. You can't weigh it. You can't test it in lab. So, but that is the part of healthy person. So now this is something very, very important to understand Vedic knowledge, that when we are dealing with Vedic knowledge and we are dealing with a branch of Vedic knowledge, that is Ayurveda, we are dealing with that aspect which is non-matter, but it is dealing with the health of a person. So it means when we are dealing with the secrets of the health, then as physiology, material value is important, similarly non-matter is important. So if we are talking of soul, if we are talking of senses, if we are talking of mind, then it is not merely a separate field of spirituality. This is very, very important. Everybody must take care of it very sincerely. That this spirituality, this study of mind, this is not a different and separate subject. It is very well woven, it is very well integrated with the physiological, medical condition, with the health. So, as we must be aware, we must know the food what we eat, the ambience where we live. Similarly, for day-to-day life, for day-to-day affairs, we must know the soul also. We must know the consciousness also. Because consciousness, what is manifested in the form of manifested world, matter value. So this is something very important to understand Veda, the ultimate source of knowledge, ultimate source of manifestation. That is very necessary to know. And that is Atma. As it is said that Nisthre Gunyo Bhavarjun Yogastha Gur Karmani. In Gita, Bhagavan says, go beyond these three gunas. So what three gunas are? Sattva, Raj and Tama. So we can take it in other way also, that go beyond three-dimensional values, all the length, breadth and height, all these three dimensions. When you go beyond 3 dimension, then what Bhagavan says? Why to go beyond? Nistragunya Bhavajun, Yogastha Kurkarmani. And go beyond that. And what is beyond that? What you do that? Yogastha, be in alliance with that. With whom? That which is Shivam, Shantam, Advaitam, Chaturtham Manyante, Sa Atma Savigyeya. It means you go beyond these 3 dimensional values, these Sattvastam, 3 qualities, go in that absolute value, that is Shiva Tattva, that is Shant. Shant means, if we know the signs, if we leave organic and organic, just go on the pure science, that everything is made up of atoms, and neutron, proton are in nucleus and electrons are moving. Number of electron, proton, neutron, it changes, matter changes. And every nucleus is having neutron, proton, and electrons are moving. So when electrons are moving around the nucleus, then it means it is not Shanti there, it is activity. But what Gita is talking, that Shiva Tat, which is Shant. So if we are talking of Shanti, it means Shanti can only happen where there is no matter, because matter means having nucleus and electrons are moving around. So that movement is not there. So if movement is not there, Shanti, peace is there, it means that is the level, that is the state where there is no matter. And when there is no matter, no electron, proton, no electrons are moving around, so that is Shanti, no movement. So it means that Shiva Tattva is the purity, that is the pure level of consciousness without any activity. But the interesting thing is that Purnamida Purna, we know that if we take out totality from the totality, totality remains. If we take out Purna from the Purna, then Purna remains. It means like we take out vacuum from the vacuum, vacuum remains. So similarly, that Shanta Tattva, that Nirgun Nirakar, that unmanifested value, that totality, that is Shiva Tattva. That is non-matter state, but that has the potential to create every state. So that is something very important which must be taken care of, because everything comes out from that level. When a person dies, then all the material, all the physical organs are very much there. Liver, kidney, heart, brain, everything. But it just stops functioning. So what goes away so that it stops functioning? That non-matter, that pure energy, that soul goes away and body stops working. So it means that non-matter, that is the most important aspect of this universe which should be taken care of, which should be studied. So it means when we are talking of Veda, we are talking of applied sciences of Veda, that is one, Ayurveda. Then Ayurveda is dealing with all the tissues, all the matter, manifested value, as well as it is talking of non-matter. So it means that spirit, that consciousness, that soul is nothing different. It is very much integrated part of day-to-day life to keep one healthy. So till now, we were taking spirituality as something very different, very aloof from day-to-day life. One has to become a recluse, go to jungle and do sadhana and all that. No. When we want to be healthy, to retain yourself healthy, physiology healthy, that soul, that ultimate consciousness must be studied, experienced. So that is what Ayurveda is talking about. So it means that when Veda deals with, again and again, I'll repeat this sentence, that Vedic knowledge is field of total circle. total circle of nothingness which emerges into everythingness, and again it merges into nothingness. This whole circle is the circle of lay and pralay, and that is the field of knowledge of Vedic science, Vedic knowledge, Vedic Vangmaya. And complete Veda is not merely a book. Veda is the knowledge of complete knowledge. Again, where from everything emerges, from that nothingness, how it multiplies itself, and again how it merges into that totality, that nothingness. This whole circle is the field of study of Veda. And that's why Vedic Vangmaya is called Vedic Vangmaya. Veda is taken as a body. So there are 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Samved, Yajurved, and Atharved. 4 applied sciences of these 4 Vedas, that is Ayurveda, Gandharveda, Sthapatya Vastushastra, and Dhanurveda. Then 6 Vedangas. Vedanga means Ang of Veda, names of Veda. So what is that? That is Shiksha, Kalpa, Vyakaran, Nirukta, Chand, and Jyotish. And just this title will tell you that it is not dealing with any myth or any story or any so-called religious practice. It is talking of pure knowledge of Shiksha. All types of Shikshas are there. Kalp means transformation. It talks of all types of transformation. Vyakaran means grammar. It is talking of all the science and technology of grammar. Nirukt, Chand, Jyotish, all the branches of knowledge. What Jyotish is dealing about? Jyotish is dealing about the Jyoti. Jyoti means light. Light means energy. So when Jyotish is taking care of what? Jyotish is taking care of all the Navagrahas, 27 nakshatras, 12 zodiac signs, all the permutation and combination of these radiations, because it is talking of it is talking of gravity, it is talking of all type of energies, all type of radiations, all types of physical and chemical properties of radiations of these celestial bodies which are coming on the earth and affecting the earth. As we know that in summers we get mangoes, in winters we don't get mango. Why? Because earth is moving around sun, and when it comes closer, it is elliptical movement around the sun, everybody knows. So when it is closer to sun, it becomes summer, very hot. When it goes little far, then it becomes winter. So when we get mangoes in summer, it means the radiation, the temperature, all those conditions are fit to secrete that chemical, because fruit is what? Fruit is secretion of some chemicals from a tree. So it means that in summer, a tree is secreting those chemicals, and that is converted into a fruit. And that's why we get mango in summers, not in winters. It means, and what summer means? Summer means that it is effect of a planet. Sun is a planet. So the effect of sun, the radiation, the intensity, the heat, the quality, physical, chemical quality of those radiations, those are responsible to generate those fruits in different seasons. It means that is the simple example showing the effect of a planet on the earth, on plants. So when in summer, sun is a planet, and that planet is giving radiation, and because of that radiation on the earth there is a tree called mango tree, and it is creating mango. It means that radiation of a planet is affecting the tree on the earth and creating one particular fruit. So similarly, in different seasons, And different season means location of earth is different in that season. So the intensity of heat and all those properties of sun is different. And earth is affected by as we know, because we can judge the heat when it is very close to sun, it is summer. When it is little far, it is winter. So this temperature can be assessed very, very clearly. So we can understand that this is the effect of sun. But similarly, we have effect of all 27 nakshatras, all 9 planets, all 12 zodiac signs, all these electromagnetic fields and gravity and radiations and physical chemical properties of radiations on the earth, on the trees, as well as tree grows mango in summers. Similarly, human body sweats in summer. It doesn't sweat in winter. It means our glands work differently. It starts sweating in summer because body knows, the intelligentsia of body knows that it has to keep cool. So it starts secreting some sweat. So when it evaporates, latent heat and all those things, body becomes cool. So it means in different season, body also creates some chemicals, some salts are, we lose some salts when it sweats. So it means body functions differently in different seasons. So this is how effect of planets is very much clear on trees, on human physiology. So if we go to study the branch of Veda, that is Jyotish, Vedanga, that is Jyotish, astrology, then what we see, we are not studying any story or any myth. We are clearly studying the science and technology of those radiations which are coming from different planets, temperature which is coming from sun, physical chemical properties of those radiations which are affecting trees and human physiology. And a good farmer can tell you that if you go to get mango in winter, a good farmer will clearly tell you, no, you won't get mango now. Just wait for 6 months, let the summer come, and mango will come on this tree, and you just mangoes will grow on this tree, and you will get it. Just come after 6 months. So similarly, one astrologer knows the technology, the science and technology of those radiations, and how chemical changes takes place accordingly in human physiology, and what time a cord from mother cuts in a child, and how physiology, the endocrine glands and all those glands start secreting according to the movement of planets, and accordingly all the glands they start secreting, and that secretion causes different changes in body and physiology and psychology and mental status and all that. So like a good farmer knows that just come after 6 months, and in summer you will get mango, not now. Similarly, a good Vedic scientist, a good astrologer knows that in this physiology, in this particular child who has taken birth on this particular moment, on this particular longitude, latitude, these chemical changes will take place because of transition of those planets, those combinations of radiations. These changes will take place in that body. So accordingly, when these chemical changes will take place, then this health condition, this mental condition, this quality will emerge. This health condition will happen. So what we are talking about when we are talking about astrology, we are not talking about any myth. We are simply talking about the effect. We know gravity, we know electromagnetic field, we know heat, we know temperature, we know climatic conditions, And what we study in astrology? We study all these things in branch of Veda, that is astrology. It means it is universal phenomena. It is going to affect everybody. If somebody goes in 48 degree in summers outside with not properly covered, then he or she will have sunstroke. Temperature will go up to 103, 104. One will start getting sick. So this is universal phenomena. So like astrology is universal phenomena. Because whomsoever is having physiology, having all limbs and body and liver and kidney and brain and temperature is maintained ideally and having physical chemical property, it is going to be affected by all those radiations. It simply means that when we are talking of Veda, when we are talking of the applied science of the applied sciences of Veda, that is astrology, we are not talking about certain language, certain religion, which is confined to any individual or any caste or creed or sex or political or social boundary. We are simply talking of the human physiology, how it is going to get affected by natural radiations, which is universal phenomena. So that's why astrology is a universal phenomena. It studies the effect of natural radiations in human physiology. Like Ayurveda studies the quality of physiology and how changes happen in physiology. And every physiology, every chemistry is different. So what chemical, what food, what fruit, what chemistry is going to suit that person, to what that person should eat, how he should live, what he should avoid, how he or she should avoid. So this is not any particular religion or confined to any limited boundaries. It's universal phenomena. It is taking care of every human physiology. Whomsoever it belongs to, whatever longitude, latitude one is living, whatever country one is living. So if we take care of Ayurveda, if we take care of astrology, what we are finding that it is absolute universal phenomena which is taking care of every human physiology. It is beyond, it is not religion, it is beyond religion, it is complete universality. Similarly, there is another branch that is called SthapatyaVed. So, SthapatyaVed is knowledge of architecture, knowledge of construction, and construction of everything, And if one is living where the temperature goes to 48 degree, 50 degree, it means that temperature will hurt human physiology. So the habitation, the construction, the house should be made in such a manner so that it can protect you from that heat. If it is extreme, if it is Canada, if it is pole where temperature goes very, very low, it means that we must know how to construct a house which can protect you from natural calamities, from temperature, from those winds, from those radiations. So how to construct one house so that it is well ventilated, you get good oxygen, good nourishment, good radiations of all those different sun of different times, radiation of different times, so that you get the best radiation, like you get good radiation in the morning, like doctor says to a newly born baby who starts suffering from jaundice, that expose this child in early morning radiation and jaundice goes away. It means that early morning radiation of sun makes your liver strong. That's why jaundice goes away. A kid is cured of jaundice. So it means that another branch of knowledge, that is applied science of Yajurveda, Atharveda. That is applied science of Atharveda. like Ayurveda, Gandharveda, Sthapatyaveda and Dhanurveda. So Sthapatyaveda is another branch of knowledge, so which is taking care of all types of constructions, all type of town planning. So how to save yourself from negative radiations, negative temperature, negative sun, harsh sun, which increases acidity in your body, and how to get all those radiations from those directions which are making your liver strong, which your physiology is strong. So there are hundreds and thousand types of construction by name are given in the branch of Sthapatyaved, which is applied science of Atharvaved. So now, if we see all those things, we'll come to the conclusion that what Veda means, Veda is dealing with all natural laws which are affecting human physiology, trees, plants, crops, earth, environment. So it is universal phenomena. It is very much universal phenomena. It is not talking of any religion or caste or creed or sex or political or social boundaries. It is very much natural phenomena. It is knowledge of natural laws, which is studying and telling and exploring, revealing all those secrets which are there, very much there in Veda and Vedic sciences. That is why it's called Vedic science and technology. When we are dealing with pure knowledge, that is Veda, that is Upanishad, that is knowledge of totality, soul, pure consciousness. And when we are talking of applied science and technology of those branches, then it is Ayurveda, Gandharveda, Sthapatyaveda, Dhanurveda. And when we are talking of knowledge, then six Vedangas, Shiksha, Kalp, Vyakaran, Niruk, Chand, Jyotish. Then six Upangas, Nyaya, Vaisheshik, Sankhya, Yoga, Karimansa, Vedant, Ityas, Puran, Smriti, Upanishad, Aranyakas, Brahman. This is the complete package of Veda and Vedic Vangmaya. Vedic literature is not the right word because it is not merely literature. Vedic Vangmaya is complete set of knowledge which deals with everything, whatever is available on earth, all the sciences and technologies and philosophies, whatever is possible. So we can go sequentially, step by step. It will take a very, very, very long time. So I just wanted to give some glimpses of Vedic knowledge and just try to tell you that Vedic knowledge is not a philosophy, not literature. It is very much knowledge of that pure, complete circle which deals with how the nature emerges, that origin of species, origin of universe, and how origin of universe, and how it manifests, how it expands, how a material multiplies itself, everything. And all the origin of species, all the Dashavatars, all the glory and all the qualities of all the time chronological histories, that is Purana. And everything is very well integrated. Nothing is independent separately. Everything is independent as well as it is interdependent. Like when we talk of Shat Darshana, Nyaya, Vaisheshik, Sankhya, Yoga, Karimansa and Vedanta. So when some scholars try to discuss that this is Nyaya, this is Vaisheshik, this is Sankhya, this is... So some people say that Nyaya is talking of this and Vaisheshik is talking of this, and this is talking of atom, this is talking of Sankhya, is talking of numbers, and so all these are different sects. No, it is not different sects. It is not different sects. It is very much sequential development of knowledge, all the directions and dimensions of knowledge. All the Shat Darshana means all the nature, how it manifested itself in matter, like the Kanan, or Vaisheshik. We'll go in detail step by step by taking each and every subject. But just now we want to understand that these such 6 Shad Darshana are not 6 schools. These are not 6 different schools. This is something very important. Nyaya, Vaisheshik, Sankhya, Yoga, Karmamisa, Vedanta, these are not separate schools of darshana, of philosophy. This is very much part of that circle of knowledge. These are talking of simple curves of that complete knowledge, and that is Shata Darshana. These are 6 ways of looking of it, 6 parts of looking of that knowledge, 6 branches of taking care of looking on that knowledge. And that is 6 Darshana. So when we are talking of Sankhya, we are talking like yoga. So when we are talking of yoga, that we take Ashtanga Yoga, Yam, Niyam, Asana, Pranam, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. Then what we are talking about? Yam Niyama means what? How you should get up, how you should behave. Asana, all type of asanas. We have taken birth in 84,000 yonis. So all the shapes of those yonis or of those species are described in that particular asana. Whatever we accumulated in that particular species, that is de-accumulated by practicing those asanas. And that 84,000 asanas are confined in 84 asanas, then in some more asanas. Then there is one asana that is called Siddhasana. In that we get benefit of all those asanas. It means if you practice Siddhasana, then we just de-accumulate all those samskaras, whatever body accumulated by taking birth in 84,000 yonis. And in this physiology, how to purify the body, how to purify all the nerves and muscles and nervous system. So to practice that, all the postures are given. So by practicing this, one becomes perfect. So how we are dealing with any philosophy? How we are going to, it is not matter of any, again I repeat, this is not matter of any religion, caste, creed, sex, political or social boundaries. It is very much dealing with the human physiology. And if this human physiology can belong to any person who is living on any place, any longitude, latitude and place of the earth. So it means these are few glimpses. We can go sequentially by all 4 Vedas, Rig Veda, Samveda, Yajurveda, Atharveda, then 4 applied sciences of Veda, Ayurveda, Gandharveda, Sthapatyaved, Dhanurveda, and then 6 Vedangas, Shiksha, Kalp, Vyakran, Niruk, Chand, Jyotish, 6 Upangas, Nyaya, Vaisheshik, Sankhya, Yoga, Karmamisa and Vedanta, then Itihas, Puran, Smriti, Upanishad, Aranyakas, Brahman. What does it mean? What Itihas means? What Purana means? In every Purana deals with 5 things. Vansh, Upvansh, Manvantara and all that. It means it is dealing with chronology of time. It is a universal phenomena. How birth of the earth took place, how it evolved, how things happened on this earth, all these chronological details are there. So this is the history of time. This is history of human race. This is history of nature. All these things are described. So that's why if we try to understand Veda and knowledge of Veda, it is very much, again I repeat, it is knowledge of complete circle. Everything which emerges from nothingness multiplies itself, and what are the qualities of physical, chemical qualities when things are manifested, and how it will again merge into that totality, that lay and pralay, that manifestation from unmanifest, establishment of consciousness in it, That is the definition of SthapatyaVed, Vastu Shastra. So this is the universal phenomena, how everything emerged, how everything multiplied, what are the physical chemical properties, how every radiation, how physical chemical changes takes place on earth because of celestial bodies, celestial radiations, gravity, electromagnetic field, radiations, temperature, climatic conditions. All those things are there in Veda and Vedic literature, Vedic Vangamay. So if one wants to understand what Veda is, what Vedic knowledge is, then just come out of history when it was written, it belongs to whom, it belongs to what. Just it was written in this time or that time. Just don't waste time on all those things which are not useful. What is useful? What is written there? And how it is relevant in human life, how it is going to give benefit to human race, to complete humanity, how the knowledge of Ayurveda, knowledge of SthapatyaVed, knowledge of Ayurveda means a complete medical science, knowledge of Samveda means complete physical and chemistry, physics and chemistry of sounds, how the scientific science and technology of sound can be utilized, all the knowledge of SthapatyaVed. What are the principles of making best town planning, best houses? Why all those temples which are there surviving all the natural calamities and seismic disturbances, they are standing high. Vradeshwar temple, Rameshwaram temple, Khajuraho temple. There are many, many temples, Why they are surviving from hundreds of years intact, surviving all natural disasters. So it means we must try to understand this sound science and technology of construction, of medicine, of knowledge, of sound. All those branches are there, all grammar, how languages started, when we learn how the Damru of Shiva, how the Sutra of Vyakaran grammar came out from that. It simply deals with how grammar was made, how language was made, what are the science and technology of behind that phonetics. So those things are described in all those Puranas. And everything again and again, I repeat that all parts of Vedic Vangamaya should be studied completely, holistically, in integrated manner. Nothing is separate, nothing is disintegrated, everything is very well woven. Everything is woven together, everything nourishes together, everything is independent as well as interdependent. To everything, if one studies Ayurveda, then Samveda, the effect of sound is important. Effect of SthapatyaVed, effect of architecture is important, town planning is important, because if one person is not living in the right vastu, right building, it means a person is getting effect of 48 degree because windows and doors are at wrong places. Big windows are in south and west. Big windows are there and giving temperature of 48 degree to the person who is living there, and because of that, bile is going up, acidity is going up, anxiety and restlessness is going up, heart problems are occurring. So unless we study the architecture properly, town planning properly, we can't study Ayurveda, health, knowledge of health, medical science properly. So all the branches of Vedic science, Vedic set is taken care of integratedly. So that's why in the time of Veda, that was the system that in Brahmacharya ashram, everybody, whether it was Krishna or whether it was Sudama, both together they studied in Sandipani ashram. They both lived together, studied together, complete Vedic knowledge. They took complete Vedic knowledge. And that complete knowledge is 4 Vedas, 4 Upvedas, 6 Vedangas, 6 Upangas, complete set of Vedic science. That's why everybody was completely literated and completely educated. It was not merely that you are master in chemistry and PhD in chemistry, but you don't know what chemistry your body belongs to, what chemistry of food you are taking, and you are taking food against the quality of your body and getting sick. Then what syllabus we are studying in Master of MSc in chemistry and PhD in chemistry, if one doesn't know what type of chemistry Vata Pitta Kapha one belongs to, what type of food one should eat, whether it is Vata Pitta Kapha prominent or it is against the quality of body. And if a person is Vata prominent or Pitta prominent and he is taking food full of Pitta prominence, then acidity will go up, anxiety will go up, restlessness, heart problems, everything will go up, insomnia will go up. So unless we incorporate all these branches of knowledge, there is no, and that is not the part of syllabus of MSc chemistry. We don't teach these things in, a person is masters in chemistry, but doesn't know the chemistry of physiology, doesn't know the chemistry of food what one is taking. And that combination is bad. A person is not taking the food as per his or her physiology. The chemistry of food is not suitable to the chemistry and quality and type of physiology one is having. So what is the benefit of that syllabus what we are teaching in Masters of Chemistry, MSc in Chemistry, if one is not exposed to that? So it means that we are merely educating people, trying to make them literate of that subject, but we are not educating them properly. So that the chemistry means knowledge of chemistry of the universe, chemistry of plants, chemistry of human physiology, chemistry of day-to-day effect, how it is affecting our body. And that's what the practice of Brahmacharya ashram, all these branches were taught in that Brahmacharya ashram, whether Krishna or Sudama, they both got education in Sandipani ashram, right? So this was the system that everybody, whatever level it belonged to, they got complete education. So Vedas cannot be seen disintegratedly. It is not that this is cardiologist and this is neurologist and this is this. Everybody was integrated, everything was integrated, every knowledge was integrated. So when somebody was coming out of Gurukul, then that person was literate, educated, and qualified for all the branches of knowledge. If he was or she was to become Raja, king, then he must know the astrology and architecture and town planning and Ayurveda, everything. Why astrology? Because if one king knows that in this planetary position it will rain less, so he can prepare whole of kingdom that this time we are going to have lesser rain, so we can go for those crops which needs lesser water. Similarly, if it is going to it's going to rain heavily, then we can plan for those crops which requires bigger quantity of water. So similarly, every farmer would know what is going to happen, every king would know what is going to happen, every businessman is going to know what is going to happen. If it is going to be very good monsoon, then every businessman knows that now wealth will, now everybody will become wealthy nicely. So he can organize, he can take agencies of those things, which are going to be marketed properly. So that's why all the branches of knowledge were required for everybody. So everybody was educated and literated completely. So everybody was physically healthy, mentally healthy, and spiritually evolved to the fullest manner. That's why it was said that Ram, Raj, Dukh, Kahu na Vyapa. No physical, no mental, no spiritual problem was there. Everybody was happy. And that's why GDP and India was called Sone ki Chidiya, bird of gold. So these are the secret. Now we should know, we should understand the knowledge of Veda completely, holistically, integratedly. And then we will know that this is a universal applied science and technology of those natural laws, those principles which are going to benefit each and every individual of this globe. Not only human race, but it will nourish complete ecosystem, complete nature, complete human physiology, complete vegetation, everything. So to make everything live, ideal, holistic, complete, what is required? The unified field, holistic knowledge of Veda and all the branches of Vedic science, which is not merely literature, that deals with all those principles which are based on natural laws of all aspects, all dimensions of life. So this is high time that we must try to understand Veda and Vedic knowledge completely, holistically, to give its great, grand benefit to every individual of this human race. And that is what it was made for. This is very right time. So that's why Veda, it says, Sarve bhavantu sukhina. Everybody should be happy. Sarve santu niramaya. Everybody should be healthy, happy, blissful. So this is, and that is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Everybody on this globe is part of one family. So this is the right time to take care of the globe as one family, every individual as part of one family. Everybody should be physically healthy, mentally healthy, spiritually evolved in such a beautiful, holistic manner, so that everybody understands, feels everybody as everybody's extension. So that is because everybody came from the same source, same nothingness. Everybody came, and that is the same source where everybody will merge to. So it means our mother is same. So this universality, this totality, that is called Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And why Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam? Because we know that everybody came from same source and will merge to same source. So our mother is same, and Mother Nature is same. So that makes us connected with each and everybody. And because we came from the Mother Nature, so we are part of Mother Nature. So as we should take care of ourselves, we should take care of Mother Nature also. So that's why in Vedic science, in Veda, every tree is, worshipped. Rivers are worshipped. All the celestial bodies are worshipped. Navagrahas ka pujan hota hai. Every planet is worshipped. All rivers are worshipped. We have Tirthasthan, we have pious places. All the places are worshipped. So it means everything is revered, worshipped, taken care of, regarded very properly. Every individual is, it is said that every individual possesses the Brahma, the God in itself. So everybody is not everybody alone. That is part and manifested value of the God itself. So because everybody is multiplied manifested value of the God. So everybody is same, came from same source. So everybody is part of same family. So that is the beauty of Veda. Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. So this is the right time to revive, to re-establish, to recharge everybody with those beautiful principles of Veda and Vedic knowledge to benefit the society on every level. Physical, mental, social, political, ecological, every level. So this is the beauty, compound, holistic, unified knowledge of Veda and Vedic Vangmay.